Hey guys, what's up? I am here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Nanatsu no Taizai, or you could call it the 7 Deadly Sins, Kamigami no Gekirin, or Wrath of the Gods, on episode 19. Depending on where this goes, we may see the new Holy War come to a beginning and to an end pretty quickly. The way I'm looking at it right now, and it's going to be really rushed, that much I can say for sure, so if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that that when Zell just got hit by one of Ludashell's attacks, Zell just gets really upset and uses Dies Irae to attack where Ludashell is at, and is upset to see the 4 archangels alive. As for Chandler, he realizes that Elizabeth just went off running into town, and he ends up making 2 splits of himself into little monster balls whatsoever, and he has them ordered to go find Elizabeth and kill her. And we see to it that that everyone gets evacuated by the 7 deadly sins, while Merlin and everyone else hurry up and take advantage of that from Leonis, While Deanne and Elizabeth and everyone else saved Elizabeth, we see to it and realizes that that Meliodas is trying to become the Demon King to save Elizabeth, but Elizabeth wants to stop him because the moment he becomes Demon King, they won't see him ever again. And we see to it that that Merlin agrees and knows the risk of what's going to happen next, And we see to it that, of course, that they all return to Leonis and everyone is safe, especially the one who was captured by the commandment. And we see to it that Margaret enters the building after the 7 deadly sins. But we see to it that it's not Margaret at all. Not to mention we see Sario and Tarmio enter with Ludashell in the same castle where the 7 deadly sins and Elizabeth are at right now. We see to it that that Ludashell proposes an alliance with Elizabeth to take down the demon race and Meliodas, but Elizabeth says no otherwise, but they have no choice because they can't fight Meliodas and his group alone due to the fact of how powerful the demons really are, Not to mention, we see to it that that Elizabeth's goal is to save Meliodas and not kill him. Eventually, they end up sealing the alliance and get ready to go to war with the demons once again. We see to it that Dreyfus ends up talking to his son about how the goddesses are, They brainwash the humanity and use them for their own purpose, blah, 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 because of Fraudrin's memories having to share with Dreyfus's at the same time when Fraudrin was taking over Dreyfus's body, that kind of thing. Eventually, as time continues on in this episode, we see to it that Hauser and Gil are training and sparring with each other, while Gilthun is really mad and upset to see where things are right now. We see to it that Hauser tells him, we have no choice. Right now we're up against a powerful demon race that's above us. We have to find a way to work together and defeat the demons. But at the same time, I will not allow them to take advantage of Margaret, that kind of thing. Hauser makes a vow on that. And we see to it, of course, as the episode continues on, we see that Ludashell, along with Sario and Tarmio, end up having a party with the humans, and Hendrickson does ask, I remember there's one more member of the 4 archangels. Where is he? But apparently Ludashell, Sario, and Tarmio stare at him in total rage because I guess there's a reason for it to it. But there's a scene with Death Pierce saying that they can't really follow the Goddess clan because of what happened with Sir Denzel, and we have that Ludashell realizes that Narrow Bastard died when Denzel summoned her, etc., and Ludashell decides to give him a little small gift to them and says, even though we can't stay united, I want you to have this to give you the power to fight the demons, and eventually Death Pierce and the other Pleiadius Sky Knights decides to follow them. And we see to it that Ludashell decides to answer Hendrickson's question about the last Archangel, And we see to it that that the lost archangel who was called Mal was actually killed by one of the 10 commandments, and it is shown to be Estarossa. We also see a scene with like Elizabeth and Boutra, you know, and they end up having a small talk with each other, and Boutra realizes the misery and eternal suffering that Elizabeth and Meliodas have to go through, you know. And this is something that brings him to tears and realizes that he does not want to see this happen to them. But we see to it that Elizabeth tells Boutra otherwise, like, for the last 2 days, just let me be your daughter, you know? And they end up hugging it out, and the episode ends off there. So, it looks like to me the new Holy War is about to begin, and the way I look at it, if it's going to end in this number of episodes left, gosh dang, man, this is not going to go the way I would like to see. Because you know how certain anime is when it comes to adapting many chapters altogether, and it depends how well it gets adapted. So, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but one thing for sure, it may not be great, because you know how Studio Dean has been doing throughout this series, man. Gosh dang. If anything, I would rather wait maybe 3 to 4 more years for this to be adapted or picked up again by a different studio, if anything. Anyways, that's about it, people. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!